Greetings and hello, my name is CG Plays and this is Relic Dudes, a multiplayer action roguelike that I found on Steam that can also be played single player. Let's check it out. Host a game, join lobby, we'll host a game. We'll just have one, it'll be just me. Private lobby, create lobby. Sure, great, yeah, let's go in, start, okay. Wave 1 started. Alright, so does it auto fire or do I need to click? I need to click. Can I hold down and have auto click? I can, good to know, alright. I wonder if there's an option in the feature to make it auto fire. No, unfortunate. Sometimes, hello, continue. There we go. All right, this game is it's a demo on Steam. It's early access. It's like version 0.02, so it's very early on. What do I want here? Do I want to look at the dagger? Can I get a description? Or do I just take it? I just take it. Okay, so I've got a dagger now. I don't know what the dagger does. Maybe it makes me attack a little bit faster. Some kind of description telling me what that would do would be really nice here. But yeah, what I'm doing here, this is gonna be my kind of like my Let's Try series where I'm just gonna like, you find a game demo, do a blind playthrough, check it out, get my first reactions, then you get the devs and feedback. I'll take the axe. Okay, so we got an axe. Oh, I see. Increases bullet damage, increases bullet attack speed. Okay, so you can hover over it in the top left to see what it does. That's fine then. Now that I know you can do that. Although it'd be nice. I wonder if I can like hover my cursor over them when I get them to see what they do. Would be kind of interesting. But yeah, this is gonna be a Let's Try series. I'm just gonna do like a bunch of Let's Tries on here. Just, you know, I'm gonna shoot for like one a day, maybe more if I feel like it. And that'll be the end of this wave. Oh, don't touch it right away. Can I like hover? I can hover over it with my mouse to see. So I can increase bullet damage. I can cast a thunder that deals area damage and raises effective players' attack speed. I can inflict poison. Let's go for a thunder hammer. All right, thunder hammer. So does it? Oh, I heard a little lightning sound effect. So just like, I think it. Oh, I see. I saw some lightning appear in the top left. I see. Yes, these little red circles show where the lightning's going to fire at a little bit. Can I press space or shift to dash or dodge? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. All right. I feel like I should have gone for it. I don't feel like this thunder hammer was the right choice. I feel like we made a poor life choice getting that. Should have gone for attack speed or damage. Would have been more useful. Also, that, you know what? The sound effects too loud compared to music. I think turn that down a little bit. The thunder is annoying. Close menu, and why is it? All right, if you press close menu, it stays paused. But if you press escape and escape, you press escape and escape again, it like works normally. Okay, it's a version 0.002 whatever. It's early access. It needs a lot of work. Obviously it's just like a tech demo. Summons a healing fairy every few seconds. Seems good. Summon a dog to fight by your side. Taking that. Give me the doggo. I wonder if there's bosses in this game. So far, I'd say we're at wave 5 already, and we've only encountered 2 enemies. I would like to see. I'm just gonna give like, well, I do. Hey, doggy, get him. He does. Ooh, he hit him twice for like 20 damage, then disappeared. I would say neat, but like a little bit underwhelming. I'm gonna give a lot of like constructive criticism feedback to the developer because that's honestly useful for the developers, and it gives me a talking point of something to talk about. I'd say so far. I would like to see, we're in wave 5, we've only seen 2 enemies. I'd like to see maybe a little bit more enemy variety, maybe like 1 new enemy per wave, or at least every other wave. And I would like, as far as like the dog and the thunder, both seem very underwhelming as far as their utility. I feel like they're just wasted upgrades so far. Maybe buff those a little bit. Maximum hit points. Where are my hit points? Is it the blue bar below me? Okay. Movement speed. Honestly, movement speed might be tempting. I think I'd rather go for thunder hammer. Let's go for a little bit of attack speed. I guess maybe it's like, you know, you need to get. It could be one of these things where like the dog and the thunder hammer start off weak, but if you upgrade them multiple times, they get pretty good. So maybe I'm being a little bit too critical of those right off the bat. I should try actually upgrading them first. Maybe a thing to do. I'm not sure. I think this game was listed as a roguelite with a T, but I don't know if that's actually implemented in the game just yet. It's clearly a very early test demo, which is fine. I like, as far as like the way it feels, like the movement feels pretty good. Like the aiming seems responsive and good. Definitely need a little bit more enemy variety though. What am I hitting? What was hitting? Something was hitting me to the right. I didn't see what it was. Now the question is, do I have passive regeneration, or is it only when I like touch something? If I do have passive regeneration, it's fairly slow. Take these little guys out here. Okay, get out of here. Ooh, we want Ocarina, healing fairy. I mean, healing would be good. Critical chance, increase bullet crit chance. I guess I'll check out the healing fairy. This might be a short video here unless I start getting some more enemy variety soon. It's wave 7 and the waves, they still feel the same as they're... There we go! Finally, new enemy. Alright. Takes 3 hits in these guys. There we go. To keep it a little bit more spicy. Alright, I need to get some... Oh, healing fairy. Maybe it healed me a little bit. My health is a little bit higher. That's good. Okay. I'm struggling to think of what to talk about here. Like, the gameplay itself doesn't feel particularly challenging yet. Do I, like... Oh, did I heal, like, by 10 when I grab it? Or is it like a heal over time thing? I don't know. I want to get something more going with my build here, maybe. Maybe I'd work on leveling up the dog or the thunder, or... I would like some more abilities that come from me. Like, you know, like right now I'm just still shooting this one little plinky thing out, and I got the dog. I guess the dog comes from me, I guess. And the fairy kind of does, maybe? I don't know. I think I'm being overly critical. I'm just like, I'm running out of things to talk about, because there's not a lot of depth here yet, because it's an early demo. We got here Hourglass, reduce all cast cooldown. Replicator, every summon is replicated +1 time. Yoink, taking that. Now it's getting interesting. I get 2 fairies. Am I shooting my own fairies? So I'm gonna get 2 dogs. Let's see these dogs over here. 2 dogs. Go get them, boys. Okay, now we're talking. I'd like to see if I can actually like shoot my own fairies. So I'm curious if that's a thing, but I tend to like grab them too quickly. Where am I? Can I shoot my own dogs? I don't know. Can I shoot the fairies? You can shoot your own fairies. I definitely just did shoot my own fairy. All right, that's an interesting game mechanic. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. Can I shoot the dogs? Get away from me, foul fairy beasts. Help nature healing. Do you get experience for doing it? Okay. There's no... Oh, I just realized there's no experience mechanic in this game. That's an interesting choice. Normally a staple of these kind of games is that the enemies drop loot and that you get experience for, but instead of doing that, they've gone for like a wave-based mechanic. I always find that it's an interesting choice to try out, and I've got mixed feelings about it. I tend to prefer the non-wave-based mechanic where you gain experience, because it makes it more satisfying to kill the enemies, because you like get rewarded for every single enemy you kill. The little bit of XP drops, and also you get it adds like an extra layer of complexity if like you need to actually pick up the drops. Drill, bullets pierce through +1 enemy, denies a hit. Powder bag, enemies explode when killed by critical bullets, dealing excessive damage. Let's go for a drill. Let's get some pierce going on here. All right. I think after like, now that we're like, you know, 8 minutes or whatever into the video here, like wave 9, well, there's only 15 waves. It's starting to feel like a little bit better as far as like, I'll be honest, the first like 5 waves or so were kind of boring. Not what's going on, but it's getting a little bit better here. And my feedback to the dev would be like, oh man, like I feel like your first run of a game like this should not be easy. Like, when you play one of these games, you should never, like, just win your first run. I hit my dog, too. It feels weird that you can hurt your own summons. I'm gonna give this dev a lot of constructive criticism. Don't take it in a bad way. It's, you know, it's actually extremely useful. Are these guys healing me, or are these actually enemies? They're healing me. I think they have to, like, touch you to heal you, or they heal you. I'm at full hit points, so I can't really tell. Only got hit that one time on accident. So far, it's feeling like a fairly easy game. I don't think I've made some overpowered build yet. It's just like a fairly easy little tech demo just showing what the game is, what it's all about. All right, here I am. Sorry, it's my job to talk nonstop, and there's just not enough going on right now in the game to talk about. So my brain's just going random places, not knowing what to talk about. Your bullets now heal you based on damage. Neat, but I don't need it because I'm not getting hurt. More hit points, more attack speed, more pierce. I don't think we need the pierce. Let's go for attack speed. Wave 10. The thing about wave-based mechanics is, I don't know, it's like once you end the wave, alright, it's interesting, decision time. When you're doing the wave, it almost feels boring. Like I'm not, I feel like there's no reward during the wave itself. It's just like, alright, let's just go ahead and, you know, sit here and, you know, take out these enemies, whatever, and try and survive. And, you know, it's like a core staple of these games is like the satisfying feeling of you take out the enemies and get like the immediate reward of, aha, I kill this bat, get some XP pickup, kill this bat, get some XP pickup. Like almost every single, you know, successful one of these, you know, Vampire Survivors roguelike games has that implemented where you get XP gains. Maybe like the wave thing is like a placeholder. Maybe the developer's trying to get creative. I don't know. Like, you don't want to like you gotta add your own unique twist. So like I think maybe there can be something done with the waves here. I think, like, the wave mechanic, if you combine that with, you combine that in addition to experience, I think would probably be the best solution. So we're like, you have like a dual reward system. You finish your wave and you get to pick a reward, and you also get experience from killing monsters that way. So like this right here, you get this every time, but have another system as well where like when you kill enough enemies and you get your like, oh, you killed, you know, enough enemies to get your like another level up mechanic, like a level up bar down here, experience bar. Once it fills up, your cards come up, you pick your cards, and that way you have both the waves and the XP. I think that would solve the problem of it being boring during the wave itself. What we got here? Turret summons a turret that shoots enemies automatically. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right. And see, there's 15 waves. Interesting. I wonder if like if the developer's going to plan to put on multiple maps and oh, I guess that's my turrets. Ooh, I put down turrets. That's right, because I summoned two. How much damage do they do? They're hitting for 30. They fire a little bit slow. It's kind of weird. They look like machine guns, but they fire slow. Maybe you can like buff them over time. I mean, all adds up. They seem decent. So far, I feel like I'm the one doing the most damage here, but to be fair, I put like, you know, what, 3 or 4 upgrades into my main weapon itself. This makes sense that it's doing the most of the damage, right? Alright. So I wonder if we get to wave 15, is that just kind of it? Is there going to be a boss? Like, you get to wave 15 and you win? Can I shoot my own turrets? Okay, at the very least, you can't shoot your own turrets. That's good. It seems like the turrets stick around for a while. Do they break if enemies touch them? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Here, guys, come here and touch my... They can't... Okay, they do get destroyed if enemies touch them. That's... Okay. So it's... I guess it makes sense, right? You know? You don't want them to be, I don't know. I can see it either way. I could see it where, like, the turrets are fine if enemies touch them, but also, if, you know, they're immune to enemies. It's because since they're already time-based, you know, do they really need to be getting destroyed by enemies as well? I mean, I can see it either way. It's viable either way, I think. But here I am being bored during wave 11 here, because, like, it's... You know, it's just not challenging, I guess. Maybe the whole me being bored during most of these waves is a simple matter of like just the difficulty's not scaled high enough for somebody like myself who's played a lot of these kind of games. Somebody who's brand new to the genre would probably be sufficiently stimulated by this, I would say. Oh, we got you. What do you want here? Turrets. Ooh, I could stack the turrets. Hourglass, reduce all cast cooldown. Drill. Let's get another turret. What's going to happen? I get, is it going to summon 3? Is it going to, are they going to, like, stay around longer? What's the buff? What's the difference? It's still only 2 turrets by the looks of things. So are we going to have, like, a higher frequency of turrets here? What's it going to be? Are they going to last longer? I mean, they stayed around a while. I need them to stop getting, like, ran over. Man, like, I feel like, yeah, like, the turrets, they tend to spawn near you, so, like, maybe I need to, like, learn the timing of when they're gonna arrive and have them, like, oh, I just had a good idea. A good idea, like, you know, over here you have the pictures. Maybe you could have, like, I guess they feel like they're staying there longer. You could have a little icon there that's, like, a cooldown thing, where it's like, you know, it's like kind of grayed out, going in a circle around it, some kind of like cooldown indicator or a timer or something that shows. I think the turrets, yeah, the turrets are staying longer. So getting a second turret makes them stay longer. Okay, increases their duration. That's cool. I like that. So we can get like more amount here. They're staying around a long time, huh? Oh yeah, does like once you get 2 upgrades, they just like stay forever? I'm into that. Now we're getting, because a big appeal of these kind of games is like the fact that you get overpowered over time. And we're just now starting to feel that a little bit with having like 8 turrets on the screen at once. Now we're getting there. Man, it feels like I'm just like waiting for enemies to appear. Come on. Spawn more faster. Challenge me, gosh darn it. Alright, that's fine though. But yeah, I don't want people to think I'm like trash talking the dev, whatever. Like this is literally like they've been working on it for just a little bit. They need a little bit of feedback, and now we're giving them that feedback, and they'll listen to feedback and they'll improve the game. Maybe make it a little bit harder. Maybe, you know, listen to some of the ideas I gave them. Oh, my turrets. Oh, I want them back. Ice Gem. Cast an ice spike towards nearest enemy, dealing damage and slowing it down. I mean, we'll just check it out, right? I think we've already kind of like broken it with the turrets, though. Maybe that's the reason the developer decided to make it so that the turrets can get destroyed if enemies touch it. Because they know that if you get like 2 or 3 turret upgrades, you can spam the entire map full of turrets. Did I take damage there? Did I like just crit one of my fairies without realizing it? Wait, I think I did just shoot my own turret. No, maybe I shot the fairy? I think I shot the fairy. We're doing fine here, though. Wave 13 of 15. Get him out of here. Don't you break my turrets. No, I guess I should have stuck in the corner. Let's not cheese the turret strategy. Let's pay attention to the ice thing. Alright, so does the ice thing fire automatically? I'm just gonna walk. It does. Okay, I like it. Automatically firing abilities. It fires very slowly, but it's only level 1 of the ice thing. Sorry, I can't talk today, apparently. My brain. Does my lightning hurt me? Doesn't seem like. Maybe, actually, I think it did a little bit. Did I take 5 damage? I am. Okay, your lightning hurts yourself. That's an interesting choice. That if you walk inside that red circle, you get hurt. I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly, but it's definitely unique. That's probably the most important thing you're looking when you're playing another vampire, survivors inspired game, is how is it different? What does it add to the genre? Because there's like 100 different vampire survivors style games at this point. Everybody's trying to like cash in on the genre, which is fine. I appreciate it because it just gives you more, you get bored of one, you go play another, but you always got to add something to it. Think first person, like, oh, another clone of this. Every first person shooter game, by that logic, is a clone of Doom or Quake or the ones that started it all. But like, that's okay, because we always want a new first person shooter game to play that adds another layer of complexity to it. And that's the same thing with these kind of games, is like, it's okay to like be inspired. All art is derivative, as long as you gotta add your own unique twist to it. What's your own little flavor to it? And I think as part of the game development process is like you start off mostly imitating, and then as you get further in the game cycle's development, you add more and more of your own flavor to it. And I think the unique flavor this developer's trying to do is like a wave-based mechanic, which right now in its current stage is just kind of boring. But I think as they like add more layers of complexity and depth to it, it could actually be pretty interesting. Like the wave mechanic by itself is not enough. They got to add more to it, I would say, for sure. Attack speed, bone. Do we want more? Do we want like more dogs? Does this make the dogs like? Will this having a second layer will it make the dogs just stay alive longer? Still only 2. It seems. Oh, they're hitting for more damage. They hit for 40 instead of a 10. They seem to stick around longer. The problem is I can shoot them. I don't think I like so far I'm thinking I don't like the fact that I can shoot my dogs. With my thing here. Not sure I love that. Maybe instead give them like a hit point bar for how much they can hit the enemies, or I don't know. I want to be focusing on aiming and attacking the enemies. Keep in mind, these are all my personal preferences, and different gamers prefer different things. Some people will like the extra challenge of like, hey, be careful not to shoot your own dogs, man's best friend, Some people might like that. I'm just stating my preferences, and my preferences may or may not coincide with what the average player prefers in these kind of games. That's the game developer's job, is to figure it out. Okay, got some feedback from CG Plays here. But what does that mean? Does everybody else agree with that, or is he just, somebody's played the genre too much and he's too picky? It's hard to say. Alright, we're in wave 14 of 15. We're almost getting there. Really wish it was a little bit more fast-paced. We've been playing for like what, like almost 20 minutes in the video here. Took like a minute to get started or so about 19 minutes deep. So I'm guessing it's probably about maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe a little over 20 minutes to do the full 15 waves. I mean, that's not a terrible length of time. A lot of these games, these survivor style games, instead of saying it's vampire survivor style, I'm just gonna start saying survivor style. Might be easier. A lot of these survivor style games are like 20-30 minutes tends to be like the sweet spot. Some people, I think some of them have tried 10 minutes, but I think I'm thinking of one game, I forget the name of it, but like it started off as like 10 minutes, and then like they changed. It was 20 minutes till dawn. It was initially 10 minutes till dawn, and they changed it to 20 minutes because 10 minutes felt like a little too quick. So I think between 15 minutes and 30 minutes is kind of a sweet spot for how long you want one of these games to last. Right here, I wish this one had ended at 15 minutes, just because I don't feel challenged in the slightest. And they've only seen 3 enemies, but that's fine. I shouldn't be laughing at it. It's an early demo. What do you expect? Just keep, they're just putting it out there to get feedback, So I guess feedback, more enemies. We need some elites. We need some bosses. We need a little bit more challenge here. Obviously, balancing will always be a thing to work on in these games. All right, last wave we get Replicator, Hourglass, Thunderhammer. Let's go for a Replicator. Let's break this even further. Do I get a boss? No, I don't think we get a boss on this early demo here. All right, so I think it's... Well, actually, we might get a boss at the end of the wave if we're lucky. If not, this is just a much... I should have... I guess when I saw that was like a version 0.02, I should have expected there to be no elites and no bosses and only like 3 enemy types. I was when I picked the demo, like it had like this nice trailer to it, and you know it looked pretty good, the custom artwork I had, so I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit farther along in development than this. Literally only 3 enemy types, no elites, no bosses. But I mean, I think it's serviceable enough for a video. Barely, I'll admit that, just barely. It's a little bit too early in the development cycle to be making a video on this, honestly, but yeah, I've already put the time into recording it, and whatever, I spam videos out my channel like crazy sometimes, so it'll be alright. And I'm sure the developer will appreciate the feedback on, you know, what I've told them as far as, like, more enemies, elites, bosses, add up more, give us some kind of satisfaction for beating the actual... Either give me satisfaction for beating the enemies themselves, or make the waves, like, shorter. Honestly, that would also work. That would actually work pretty well. The developer doesn't want to do the whole getting XP from enemies. Make more waves, but make them shorter. Like, do 30 waves, but have them like last half as long. Like, that'd be good too. And then make it so, like, instead of having my build be broken at, like, you know, 3 of the turrets, make it take like 6 of the turret upgrades to make it broke, or something like that. You know. I've been just bounced around that. I think that actually worked pretty well, like 30 waves or 50 waves, but the waves themselves are, like, you know, shorter. Like the first wave is, you know, 10 seconds, you know, and then 12, and then 14, and then, like, you know, by the time you get to the end, the final wave is like, you know, 30 seconds or 45 seconds. So there's a, you know, a relative, like, you're still getting relatively quick, you know, dopamine hits of, like, upgrades, choices, decision, because that's what really keeps these games interesting, is the back and forth cycling between, you know, the gameplay and then decision making of what upgrades you want, then back to the gameplay and then back to decision making. That's a game developer's secret of how to keep things interesting, is balancing back and forth from one thing to other. Otherwise you get bored. If it's constant decision making, you get bored of all the thinking. If it's constant, man, my turret's doing great, I don't even need to shoot anything more. If it's constant, like this right here, it's too long on the wave, so I'm getting bored of the wave. So that means the wave is too long, or not challenging enough for a bit of column A, bit of column B. My turrets are just oppressive for these poor creatures. We beat it, no boss. All right, and that's it. Okay, so yep, here. Yeah, remember, like they said, it's not the final game. It's a very early version to test their netcode and to get some feedback. And I gave them plenty of feedback. I'm sure they'll be very appreciative of it. Let's be super nice in the comments. Keep in mind, this is extremely early. Like, it's like incredible. Version 0.02. Like, they just got started, and they're going to add all kinds of elites, I'm sure, and bosses, and they'll adjust the length of the waves, maybe add more waves, and they'll try doing, you know, more monster types, more variety, and maybe they'll add more arenas and, you know, maps and stuff. I'm sure, like, they're going to add all kinds of stuff to this. I'm curious to see where it heads up to. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Smash that like button. Let's go.